U.S. election news. Former aides warn that Trump privately and campaigningly praises despots. Several former senior advisors have informed CNN that Donald Trump has described Viktor Orban of Hungary as fantastic, Xi Jinping of China as brilliant, Kim Jong-un of North Korea as an okay guy, and, most concerningly, he allegedly said that Adolf Hitler did some good things. This worldview would reverse decades-old U.S. foreign policy in his second term as president, should he win the election in November. He believed Putin was an okay man and Kim was an okay guy, that we had pushed North Korea into a corner, explained retired General John Kelly, who was Trump's chief of staff. He thought we were taunting the men. If NATO were not in place, Putin would not be engaging in these actions. Just days after nearly clinching the Republican nomination on Super Tuesday, Trump hosted Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban at Mar-a-Lago on Friday, praising him lavishly. This suggests that Trump is doubling down on this mindset, adding, "He's the boss and he's a wonderful leader, fantastic guy." Trump went on to say that Viktor Orban is the best leader in Hungary. He is well esteemed in Europe and beyond. There has been prior reporting on the former president's admiration for autocrats. However, in remarks recounted to me from my new book, The Return of Great Powers, which was released on Tuesday, Kelly and others who served under Trump provide fresh insight into why they believe he is unfit to lead the country in the great power clashes that may be on the horizon. They tell me that he envies the power of these figures, which is the root of his admiration. National Security Advisor John Bolton informed me that he regards himself as a big guy throughout Trump's tenure. When he does business with other powerful people, he enjoys the privileges enjoyed by those in power, such as Erdogan in Turkey, who can imprison citizens without seeking approval. He finds that rather appealing. In reality, Kelly characterized him as quite the reverse of a tough guy. He sees himself in that way, nevertheless. Claimed admiration for Hitler. Many believe that Trump saved his most disturbing compliments for Hitler, the Nazi leader of Nazi Germany in World War II. Well, he did acknowledge that Hitler accomplished some excellent deeds. Well, what? I asked. Well, Hitler restored the economy, he said. However, how did he put that revived economy to use? On his own people and on the rest of the globe, he turned it against. Sir, you can never speak well of that man, I remarked. Nada, Kelly recalled. Mussolini, on the other hand, was a fantastic man. Kelly informed me that it is difficult to think that he failed to recognize the Holocaust and much more difficult to comprehend how he failed to recognize the deaths of almost 400,000 American soldiers in the European theater. Really, though, I believe it's more about that rugged guy thing. According to Kelly, Trump's adoration for Hitler extended beyond the German leader's economic policies. The grip Hitler had on senior Nazi officers was something Trump praised as well. According to Kelly's account, Trump bemoaned the fact that Hitler kept his top staff's loyalty, while he failed to do the same on several occasions. He would inquire about the matters of loyalty and how, upon my explanation that the German generals collectively were not loyal to him and had even attempted his assassination on multiple occasions, he remained unaware of this, Kelly claimed. Kelly informed me that the general in question had the firm belief that the generals would be loyal and willing to carry out his every command. John Kelly and John Bolton have completely becloned themselves and are suffering from a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome, Trump campaign spokesman Stephen Chung said in response to the accusations made by the former Trump administration officials. However, he chose not to comment on the substance of what they told me. Because their animosity is filling their life to the brim, they should get professional assistance. An associate of Trump's in 2021 refuted claims that her boss had lauded Hitler. Shocked that he lacked the authority to rule in a totalitarian fashion. Ex-advisors of Trump's claim that he most frequently gushed over Putin of Russia. At the NATO summit in 2018, Trump made a statement that Bolton remembered. The president claimed that his next meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin may be the easiest of them all, in contrast to his occasionally contentious sessions with NATO leaders. And who could possibly believe that? I believe the simplest meeting might be with Vladimir Putin, he tells the journalists as he walks out to the helicopter. Who could have ever thought that? Bolton recalled. that question has a solution. Just one individual. Who are you? No one else could possibly think that way save you. I believe it said I'm a huge guy, but the shrinks may take it any way they want. Big fellas, those. My heart longs to mimic their performance. According to Kelly, that's who he is, which is why he has a strong affinity for tyrants. The fact that they really have so little authority without consulting Congress is a pleasant surprise for every new president. This is basic government, the separation of powers, and the three equal branches. However, he was taken aback to learn that he lacked the autocratic authority to direct the deployment of U.S. military or reorganize budgetary funds. In terms of being a tough person, he saw Putin, Xi, and that North Korean nut job as being similar to himself. During Trump's meetings with Kim Jong-un and Xi Jinping, his deputy national security advisor Matthew Pottinger reflected on the president's belief in the efficacy of his interpersonal charm and diplomacy. His confidence in it was practically boundless. That was true not only with Xi and Kim, but also with allies. The 2024 presidential campaign of Trump has not budged from his support of autocrats. Trump made the following comment at a July 2023 Fox News town hall: "Think of President Xi, central casting, brilliant person. Everyone always responds negatively whenever I claim he's brilliant. Being flawless in every way, he rules over 1.4 billion people with an iron fist. When it comes to Hollywood, no one compares to this man." The same month, Trump spoke highly of Putin in an interview with Fox, even going so far as to say that Putin was smarter than Joe Biden, the president. Macron of France is among these intelligent individuals. Putin included. I could name everyone on the list. According to Trump, these individuals are usually ferocious, bright, and tough. They're incredibly skilled and quite cruel. This dude is completely confused about what is going on. We are living through the most perilous period in our nation's history. As the 2024 election draws near, Trump's support for autocrats will be a defining issue for the United States. Even some of his own former advisors think that if he were to return for a second term, he would drastically change the way the United States sees itself and its place in the world. This may involve seriously considering leaving NATO and cutting ties with other security alliances. NATO would be in great peril, Bolton informed me on my request. I believe he would attempt to escape. Ukraine faces a similar warning from several veterans of the Trump administration as it fights Russia's invasion. The United States' backing for Ukraine will halt, according to a senior U.S. official who has experience under both Trump and Biden. Kelly made the argument that he didn't see any use in NATO. He was adamantly opposed to maintaining a deterrent force in South Korea or Japan, he said.